when people in any country, as it were, lose the run of themselves, they begin sometimes with imitation and forms of consumption, or valuing the person on the basis of what they think the person was worth in terms of material things. There are things you can't put a price on and that you can't measure. And among those are the people who are able to find in themselves all of the instincts of heart and mind that regards the other person as unique in one respect, but equally requiring, like yourself, the other person for full development. It is together we develop, and it is when we are looking after all of the children and their capacities and their excitement and their wonder, and when we're equally stretching our concern through people of all ages, that we're achieving something that is a really genuine Irishness. So I took a decision very early in this, the 9th presidency of Ireland, that I would try and go to the places rather like given leadership by people like Linda, because there where your visit might be of most value, not to make any great contribution, but to simply affirm, recognize, encourage and support and seek support for the kind of initiatives that you have heard described here this afternoon. And it would make your heart lift, because any country that has strengths like that, of a moral, of a social, cultural, community kind, can get over any difficulty. It is the long history of our country that it got over difficulties before and will again. And equally at the present time, it is when we have consciously chosen to close the chapter on that which didn't bring us anywhere, which was flimsy, and to open the chapter on a new kind of saying, we will recover the best of ourselves. Pride in the place you're from. Much more important, concern for all of the people who share the space with you. Recognizing that there is no difference, or should be no difference, except only in the efforts that we expend in the interests of each other. And therefore you make a continuation then between the best of what is past and all the talent you saw here, which is the imagination and so on. There is nothing that can't be done in Limerick. There's no form of science or technology or cultural expression that hasn't come to fore there. In the arts and cultural area, they're full of names. But more importantly, there are all those wonderful people who are teaching people about dance and music and cooking and health and involvement and sport and so on. Removing all of the obstacles so that every child, and then again, which is even more important, the most encouraging thing of the last 14 months is that I wasn't asked by any young person for something that was just only for themselves. And I wasn't asked by any old person for something that was specifically for old people. The young were interested in having a society that was safe and decent and warm for older people. And the older people wanted a future and a country that would be encouraging for the young people. And that's as it should be, that kind of intergenerational solidarity that is in fact the mark of the best of our times, and the one I am certain will be the bun clock, will be the foundation stone for the future. Tá fíorchain áthas arm gar seán sam, tíocht eis go dtíon farúiste seo, agus gan éhantas ceart a thuairt, dus na servisi tábhachtach. Servisi bonus aga camála sin, bunithe an saolacht, ar an méidir féidir le daoine a dhéanú, nuair a ghlachan siad leis an seanna mana, Gag ní necht go corla hí céile, agus in áríris fwy sá céile a maran na daoine. May I wish all of the people in St. Munchins and all of those who assist them in every way, knowing as well as that the kind of citizenship we are now on the edge of is a citizenship that will be radically inclusive. It will be active in every way, and we're all on our way to making an Irishness that we can be proud of at home and abroad, building a real republic. And Limerick is a wonderful city. What we have heard here this afternoon is a model for what can happen in communities in urban Rhode Island. So Gwyn got right.